Oh, it is just another beautiful summer day over here on the property, and my skid steer broke down again. So this is the belt tensioner rod. This end of it connects to a pulley, which has a wheel, which keeps the tension on the belt. The belt over here, back in there, so that it'll spin my hydraulic motor. So instead of cleaning up our driveway and spreading the rest of our gravel to get us down to our shop, I'm going to have to replace the belt tension pulley, which I've never done before. So we shall see how it goes. All right, that was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, it is hot out here. Of course, I'm doing this in June in Missouri. So there's my bolt. It's a 3/8 threaded bolt, snapped right here on the end. It goes in to the top of the pulley. Sorry, so sunny you probably can't see. It goes in to the top of the pulley like so. Anyway, snapped off. God only knows why. So the bottom is held in on this groove by this bolt, which has a massive washer and a lock nut. Obviously that lock nut is shot, which is another reason why this probably bolt broke. Anyways, that goes in that slot. But that sucker had fallen down there, and that's how it was. I was trying to get it out. Of course, there's about this much space. The wall of the skid steer, you know, is right there. It goes right in front of that big belt. So I was using 9/16 short wrench. This thing's only about 6 inches long, and it just fit right in between there in order to loosen it up enough. And of course I had to lift the pulley up by hand to take the bolt out. So I'm assuming, I cannot see it, the housing where this bolt goes on in is still good. The bolt still has its threads on it, so I'm gonna say that this bad boy is good. So what I need to do is probably take this back to the shop and take this lock nut off of here and try and get the rest of that bolt off of there, and thread a new piece of rod to go in there, and then bring it back over and repeat the process. Anyways, I watched a bunch of videos on YouTube, and none of them were for Bobcat 853. This one's an older unit, and as you can see, it's had plenty of hydraulic and oil and everything else leaks. I bought it off of Marketplace, and but hey, I've been able to get all of this grading done for the cost of diesel fuel, and move all of the gravel and all that stuff. I mean, just you know, thousands and thousands of dollars of work for the cost of this machine, plus the few repairs I've had to do to it. So anywho, I'm going to take that back to the shop and fiddle with it there, and once I get the new thread on there, I'll put the camera back on and show you guys how I get it reinstalled. So fingers crossed, dirty fingers crossed. Hopefully that's all that this needs to get back up and running again. All right, I just gave her a test run. She's all back together. So anybody who has an issue with your Bobcat 853 just losing all power, first thing to check here is the belt. which is behind this shroud. It's held on by usually 3 clips. Mine only has 2, one top, one bottom. There should be one on the front, but mine is gone. You pull this off and you can check and see with the engine running whether or not the belt is spinning the front, which is your hydraulic pump, the front motor. The back motor is the engine that turns the belt. But yeah, you can just look in there and see whether that belt is turning, whether the front wheel is turning. If not, then the first thing to check is the tension. Unfortunately, your tensioner is underneath your coolant reservoir. So what you'll have to do is flip up your top here. Your coolant reservoir is that black hose that goes into the top of your radiator. Pull that bad boy out and it just feeds down through that hole, and then you can remove the whole reservoir. You'll have to remove your fuse panel here. It's 1/2 inch bolt with a nut on it. So take this off and let it hang down, pull your coolant reservoir out, and you can get to the tension rod, which it just sticks up right back here underneath the coolant reservoir. If it just needs to be tightened, you can tighten it down with a 9/16 wrench and fire back up and see if your hydraulics are working. If you snap a belt, then you've got to loosen it as far as it'll go. And there is there's a 9/16 bolt in the bottom of the pulley down here. It's, you know, on the bottom of the pulley, so midway between your motor and your hydraulic motor. And you'll have to loosen that up in order to tighten the pulley, and then tighten it back down. It should have a locking nut on it. Those two things keep your pulley from vibrating, which I think is what happened. My bottom one, the lock nut on it was totally blown. It was just flat. It was a pancake after I took it off, so it wasn't working anymore. And it allowed that pulley to vibrate in there until that rod snapped. So anyways, you can do it without pulling your motor. Anyways, guys, you can do this. It's a fairly simple repair. It's really just 3 bolts that need to come off or get adjusted. So don't feel like you need to rush out and call the mechanic right off the bat. You are going to get greasy. You're going to get a little dirty, but you can do it. So anyways, hope this video was helpful to somebody out there. And don't forget to check out our other videos, and you can also check us out online at BearRootsHomestead.com. So thank you guys, and God bless you. Till the next one.